Sequel, a new innovative music software program designed to be an easy-to-use, all-inclusive music studio within your computer. It provides all of the tools needed to record, edit, mix, and perform your music. Sequel's built-in sound library allows for anyone to create music in minutes. It's just that easy. Sequel comes with thousands of loops built in, covering a wide range of styles from hip-hop and R&B to pop, rock, dance, and electronic. Pieces of music can be assembled using Sequel's extensive library of audio and MIDI loops without ever pressing a note on a keyboard or strumming a riff on a guitar. Let's create a project using only loops. Select the New Project button in the Pilot Zone. This will create a new project with nothing in it. Select the Save Project button in the Pilot Zone. Type in a name for your project. You can use First Sequel Project, for example. Click OK. Let's start by looking for a drum loop. Select the Media Bay page in the Multi-Zone. Select Drum and Percussion in the category filter. In the subcategory, select Beats. Sequel features loops from many styles and genres, such as house, drum and bass, rock, pop, nu metal, electronic, and so on. If you want to find loops that sound great together, just click on the Family button and you can browse through hundreds of loop families already organized for you. Activate the Preview button and browse through the loops on the right-hand side until you find something that works. Let's drag a loop into the Arrange zone. Notice that the tempo changed to match the loop that you dragged in. If you would like to change the tempo, simply enter in a new tempo here, and loops will automatically warp to play the new tempo. Also notice the project key has not been set yet. Let's add a bass line. Let's drag the bass loop into the Arrange zone. See how the project key changed when the bass line was added. Sequel automatically took the key from the bass loop and made that the project tempo. Now any loops that I drag in automatically warp to the project tempo and key. Press stop and preview the loop first to hear how it sounds. Now drag it into the project. It changed instantly. Now that we have some loops that we are happy with, we can simply click the Duplicate button found on each loop and drag to copy the loops as many times as you want. Creating a song in Sequel can be as easy as dragging and dropping. Let's record a guitar part into Sequel. Let's add an audio track to record onto. Select the Add New Track button in the Pilot Zone. Click on Audio and select a track preset that matches the type of instrument you are recording. Your track will already be loaded up with EQs and effects. Let's choose this one. Double-click on the track name and change it to Guitar. Click on Record Enable and play the guitar to make sure the input level is good. Use the tuner to make sure your guitar is in perfect tune. Click the Jump to Previous Marker button in the Pilot Zone to make sure we start recording at bar 1. Make sure that Cycle is deactivated. Click the Record button to record the guitar. You will automatically get 2 bars of pre-count. Press the space bar when you're finished to stop recording. There's our guitar part. Let's start by adding an instrument track to our project. Select the Add New Track button in the Pilot Zone. Select the Instruments button. Sequel features over 600 instrument presets, including drums, basses, pianos, synths, and more. Use the category filter and choose a sound that fits in with your song. Rename the track. Activate the Record Enable button on the track and press a few keys on your keyboard. Sequel automatically finds and uses any input devices that we have on our computer, like a music keyboard, for example. You should see and hear the keyboard signals coming in to the right of the track. Make sure Cycle is turned off. Press the decimal key on your numerical keypad to set the song position to bar 1. This will ensure that we start recording at the start of the song. Press the asterisk key on your numerical keypad or hit record in the Pilot Zone to start recording. the spacebar when you're finished. SQL makes putting your song together seamless. There's no need to look through menu after menu or remember long key commands. Using SQL's Smart Tool, making edits is as easy as moving your cursor and clicking. You can mute a loop by clicking on the X in the top right-hand corner. To delete a loop, simply select the loop and press Delete on your computer keyboard. To duplicate a loop, just click and drag the arrow on the right-hand side of the loop. To rename a loop, just double-click the loop title bar and enter in a new name. All copied versions of the loop will also be renamed. To trim a loop, just move the Smart Tool to the bottom of the loop until it turns into a pair of scissors. Simply move the scissors to the place where you want to trim and click to trim the loop. To resize a loop, click one of the arrows at the front or back edge of the loop and drag. Now that's smart. Mixing is easy with SQL. Everything you need to make a great mix is located in the Mixer page and the Track Inspector page of the Multi-Zone. In the Mixer page, we can adjust how loud or quiet every track is and where each track will be in the mix using the pan control. We can move sounds to the left, right, or keep them in the center. Using the Track Inspector page, we can get a professional sounding mix using Steinberg's effects and EQ to color and change the sound. SQL features effects that you can apply to just one track, as well as effects that you can apply to the whole mix. Let's add a reverb effect to the drum track. Select the drum track, just click on Track Effects, and select Reverb from the list. We can adjust the effect the reverb has on the track using these controls. Let's add some EQ to the bass track. Select the bass track and go to the Equalizer section of the Track Inspector. Click on the Preset button. There are lots of presets there to get you started. You don't need to be a professional to get great results with SQL. You can tweak the presets or work from scratch using these controls to adjust the low, middle, and high end of a track. Using SQL to perform live is fun and easy thanks to the Arranger page. Simply create a part for each section of your song by Alt-Option clicking in the Arranger track. This turns the Smart Tool into a pencil. Click and drag to draw in the part. It will be assigned a letter in the alphabet. Continue doing this for the whole song. When you are finished, click on the Arranger page in the Multi-Zone. You will see pads that match the parts we created. To play back a part, just click on the pad that matches the part you want to be played. You can also hit the letter on your QWERTY keyboard that matches the letter on the pad to start playing it back. There is no need to do any key mapping or setup with your keyboard. The options along the left control whether a part will play back right away after it has been clicked on, or if it will play after a certain amount of time. You can also change the playback mode to chain play by clicking on the Pad Mode button. This allows you to create an arrangement by clicking on the pads in the order you would like them to be played back. When you click on a pad, the letter will appear in the chain along the top. Now when you press play, the arrangement you created will be played back. When your song is finished, you will want to be able to show it off to as many people as possible. With SQL, your music can be prepared for CD burning. To create a file to be burned to CD, click on the File button and select Export Project to Audio File. A dialog will pop up, allowing you to choose where you would like the file to be saved on your computer. You can also choose a file name. To create a CD, we need to select WAV file for the format, and for export bits, choose 16. Click Export. Finally, an amazing and innovative introduction to music creation. SQL. So easy, so quick, and it sounds great.